But let's start today talking about the royal family. Reports that King Charles has asked the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, to strike a peace agreement which will allow Prince Harry and Meghan to attend the King's coronation in May. Lots of, mixed feelings on this one, I think. A recent poll saying a lot of people would quite like to see them there. Do you think they should be there? Would you mind if they were there, bearing in mind everything they've said about the royal family and the institution?
I think at the end of the day, it's his father. It's the biggest moment, the moment he's been waiting for his whole life. I think if he's not there, he'll regret it. I think Prince Charles will definitely be upset if he's not there. And sometimes you just have to put all that stuff that's happened for one day, just put it away and just celebrate a moment in history and be there for your dad. And I think Charles has been clever in the respect that he's kind of saying, isn't he, that he wants him there. Which puts the onus then on Harry. However, I think they're damned if they do and damned if they don't, because if they turn up, I think the press will make it all about them. And if they don't turn up, the press will make it all about them. But then but I would like to see them there.
With King Charles, if he doesn't invite them...
Yeah, exactly the
it's
same.
Seen as a slight, isn't it? More for them to maybe talk about and complain about or write about. I would think, Janet, he genuinely wants his son there. He's always talked about how fond he is of Harry, despite everything that's gone on. And this, as Colleen said, it's an historical moment and a huge moment in his life.
It is the moment that he spent his whole life up to now building up to. And he's been very dignified in the face of everything that's come from Harry and Meghan. He hasn't said anything publicly. Involving the Archbishop of Canterbury, well, I don't know how much that's going to change matters. I think in the papers today it says that he's got things to offer, like a better seat, a more prominent seat for Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, because they
perhaps
were in
not
row
behind
two.
the pillar.
Yeah, they were in row 2 before, weren't they? That was talked about a lot. And there were lots of photographs of them looking not very happy, Kelly.
Yeah, I think so. It would just be nice to see that something's been resolved, I think, prior to the coronation. It's been very public, hasn't it, and we've seen, obviously, the documentaries, the books come out. They're all quite damning, but nothing's come out from the other side. So I think you're right. King Charles would love to see his son there at the end of the day, but I think publicly maybe a statement will come out to say we've put something behind. Otherwise, it will go on to the Harry and Meghan effect, as opposed to what's going to be the most historical moment of all of our lives, and of course King Charles.
Well, they have always said, haven't they? Sorry, Janet. They've always said, Harry and Meghan, that they're ready and willing to reconcile, but they want an apology. So it's almost like saying, we will, but only if you apologise.
Well, that, to me, is not going to happen before the coronation, or if it does happen, there is some form of it, we're not going to know about it. But for King Charles, there's a secondary problem, and that's called Andrew. So, and that is a big problem. And if there's one person that might be sitting behind a pillar on this day, it's probably going to be Prince Andrew.
Well, he should be sitting in the car, to be fair.
Absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, Andrew's campaign to clear his name seems to have gathered a new momentum with the publication this weekend of an extraordinary photograph of 2 of Ghislaine Maxwell's supporters sitting in a bath, claiming that Andrew and the woman who's accused him of sex could not have got up to anything frolicky. That was frolic, was the word. You couldn't have frolicked in that bath because it was too small. Well, speaking as someone who has frolicked in a bath...
and a tin bath.
I think that Charles is probably thinking, Andrew, that's going to be his main preoccupation.
Well, maybe he should just stay at home in the bath. Even better.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Colleen. Well, we say watch this space. And the thing is, if King Charles offers the invite, it's whether they accept it, isn't it?
Yes, and they must accept. If they accept it, they must accept it graciously.
Graciously, indeed. Actually, we asked you at home if you did think that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex should be at the coronation, and 64% of you said no.
Oh!
Interestingly.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting. We'll see if that changes. Keep your thoughts coming in. We'd love to hear from you.